Hello everyone and welcome to the Lharbur show. My name is Luke, I'm your lovely host, and today we have the outstanding Calvin Arsenia. He's a musician and a really cool dude in general. Calvin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Are you freaking ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, great. So our first segment of the show is going to be Harbur Hot Takes. The wonderful Calvin here is going to get 3 random topics, but he only gets 1 sentence to share his thoughts on each topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, Calvin, topic number 1. What are your thoughts, in 1 sentence, on the patriarchy?
I believe that the patriarchy is a system that was designed to keep people in order, that it's not inherently bad, but that it could use some work.
Okay, very good use of commas. I appreciate you there. Very good. Okay, random topic, Harbur Talk number 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself is my memory.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, and number 3. What are your thoughts on white saviorship in 1 sentence?
White saviorship. It is the responsibility of the people that have to help those that have not. Though I believe that guilt and shame are not helpful in any context.
Okay, very, very well said.
1 sentence.
Very good. Okay. And now we have our second segment of the show, which is Harbur Talk. Mr. Calvin in here and I have 3 topics that we're going to talk about within a 9-minute time span. We can take as long as or as short as we want to for all those 3 topics. How's that sound, Calvin?
Sounds good.
Sweet. In that case, I'm going to start the iPhone timer in 3, 2, 1, begin. So Calvin, the first thing that I really want to talk about with you, and this is something that you actually wanted to talk about today, was following your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in your opinion, why do you think that topic is taboo?
I think that it is seen as being irresponsible for people who do follow their dreams, at least in the early days of that. And it can be seen as being like lazy or like you're using resources improperly. You're begging people to help you without having already accomplished your track record to show that you know what you're doing or had enough time to develop the thing that you're doing, not enough time to make mistakes. And so at the beginning stages of following your dream, it can look like childish, you know?
And by following it and being childish, do you mean that you have a certain quality that you're not attaining, or you're saying you're making a lot of mistakes so that can be scary, or how would you articulate that personally?
You in the business industry, it's not expected for a new company to make a profit within the first year, at least not a substantial one. That you'll maybe get all of your expenses covered, but as far as making like a big profit in a first like startup company, it should be expected that you wouldn't make that in the first year. So you have investors and stuff, and I think the same is true about artists who are working in the industry. They're starting a company that is themselves, and so if you're following your dreams, like, it's important to be able to put everything that you're doing into that, because you can't expect to have a great return unless you put time into that thing, into your art, to learning what your voice is, what your craft is, what your story is, what you're saying to people, what you're saying to yourself, what you're representing. And all of that stuff really only gets processed or like rises to the top after you've just sprayed paint everywhere for forever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you have to
See what
play.
sticks.
You have to play, and you have to be messy, and you have to make mistakes. And you don't know what the mistakes are until you make them.
Right.
Or until you try.
Huh. I love that. Well, you know what? That actually is a perfect segue into the second topic.
Yeah.
Which is what I really want to talk to you about, is the long game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we literally just said process within artistry is about working through things, seeing what sticks. You are just a wonderful example of someone who's been working at this for a while, and you're really starting to make a living at it.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, why do you think the long game is taboo?
I don't think that anyone wants to invest time because it's scary, and we also want a quick return. We live in a very instant-driven time, and no one wants to plant the seeds in the springtime and wait till fall for them to harvest. They want to go to the grocery store now, or they want to go to the restaurant now. And if it isn't finished within 10 minutes or before their, I don't know. It used to be that we used
queue.
Right. Like we used to watch TV and we'd have to like make it home in time to see our favorite show. But now we don't even have to do that.
No, it's like the world and the way things are designed is by our clock and our pleasure,
individual,
our gratification,
right?
Individual.
And oh man, it's so funny. I used to tell time by like when the show would change. You know, like that's the new hour. You know, like because the TV was always on. And, like we can't do that anymore.
No.
Netflix shows don't even last just half an hour. It's like 24 minutes or 13 minutes or like 56 minutes. You know. Anyway,
that's right. No, you're right. Yeah.
The long game. Yeah, I think a lot of people who are starting out in arts and in performance think that it's somebody else's responsibility to discover them and then present them, and that person who does that already has a platform and resources for them.
Right.
And it is not often the case that happens for people. It is more likely that over time, your work will grow, your portfolio will grow, your clients will grow. Yes. And when I'm thinking and processing things in my mind, I don't call the people who listen to my music fans. I really don't like that word. I don't think it describes the relationship that well. I think of it more like I have a small business. I provide moments of transcendence, and I have a lot of clients. Mm-hmm. And it's my responsibility to be that and to serve and give them what I promised I would give them.
Well, I think that's the secret, everybody, is you literally just bring a professionalism to your work.
Yeah.
You see it as important. You see it as having value. You're giving a service.
It's a contract. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like there's a contract that I have, a dynamic that I have with my audience.
Mm. And what's an anecdote that you could probably share that really showed you, okay, I have been doing the long game? What was a moment that really defined that for you?
Well, and the long game also, I think, speaks to how you do it.
Right.
You know, because I have seen artists throughout my life look for the short success. And that's where like the 15 minutes of fame happens most time. And I remember like I did audition for American Idol one time, and I was really kind of hesitant to do it, but somebody helped me skip the line, and like officially or whatever, and go straight to the producers, and I didn't have to wait for hours. And so I went because I felt obligated to, and I felt like it's what my community would want me to do.
Right.
But at the same time, I sang in a way that was like really personal and not trying to be anybody else besides myself. And I kind of figured that they wouldn't want me, but I was like, if they want me for me, then they can do that. But if they don't want to take me as I am, then that's also fine. But at the time, I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to produce my own work. And like I had just released a record that was a bunch of my friends, and it was really like sentimental to me. and a lot of people had invested a lot of time into it, and so the idea of having to take that down for these people who don't care about me or what my process has been or where I've come from, to build me up in a way that would just be able to satisfy their commercial needs for success, and it just felt really, really slimy, and so I didn't want to do that. But also, I was a little, at that time, sick of playing in coffee shops and having to fight over espresso machines and lines of people ordering their lattes, and I felt like that wasn't providing the space to value my work, or at least not in the way that I wanted to present it, in the way that I valued it. And so I did Catastrophe, which was 3 years ago now, November 13th, 2016, at the Record Bar, and that show had a budget of $13,000, and meaning that's what I needed to pay for all of the things that I'd planned to do.
Sure.
And I've been investing in paying. I mean, like a lot of the shows that I've done in Kansas City that are bigger, or like you see the beautiful pictures, like I paid for the photographers and I've paid for costuming, and I've had a lot of handouts and a lot of people that have helped me and given up their time for free. A lot of people have invested in those things, and I never made really any money out of that, like any of those. And I would do other gigs, side gigs. I played at senior centers and I taught kids so that I could pay for those shows.
Of course.
Because I wanted to be a performance artist and I wanted to present my work in this way. And I have a lot of artists around me that help me. And there are a lot of really, really great friends that are so skilled in what they do. And so the long game looks like following your dream, and sticking to the thing that you said that you would do.
Very good. And just some last thoughts about the last topic we have is drugs within the music industry. Now, why do you think that might be taboo for people to talk about?
I don't think that the general public wants to take responsibility to what they do to not only artists, but also to the working class.
Yeah.
The demands that being a professional in today's society ask for, especially in America, the expectations are completely unreasonable. And I mean, even the coffee industry is technically a drug. I mean, caffeine is,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And so like every office is outfitted with every kind of espresso or coffee product you can find.
Yeah.
People are encouraged to drink it. They're expected to drink it, to partake. And then that goes into cocaine or Adderall or other things, stimulants.
A stimulant, to keep you going.
To keep you working. Right. And so there is the balance. Balance is not the culture of work in America.
It's about being hungry for the next product here.
Right.
And it's like, but don't you like the product you have now? It's balance is a very fine line.
Right.
In many industries.
There is no, health is not a priority in general. There are some companies out there now that are really, really, really good about that, about making happy people. That creates a happy work environment. But I would say in general that just like the office environment, that the music industry is the same, and that there are high demands for people who are creative to be here, do that, and say this and say that, or wear this, wear that, and there's only so many hours in the day. And so if you have to work for 40 hours straight to get the things done because you're on to this next thing within this time, then what other choice do you have besides to use drugs,
Very wise. Well, Calvin,
yeah.
You are the freaking best. Thank you so much for coming on to the show, my friend.
For sure.
Calvin, thank you so much for coming on to the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Are you ready for the end slate?
Sure.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Pause, play, be kind, and make a difference. We'll see you guys soon.
We are on the place, son boy I chase. Me tell them give me space. Them